Hi, welcome to Culture Shot. Well, you may have missed me last week. I had some fun last week. On the Friday, the 19th of October, my third daughter was born into this world, so I'm a new daddy again. And that obviously took up all of the weekend that came after that. I didn't have time to do a video, so I just skipped Culture Shot last week. I hope you'll understand that. It might explain why I'm a bit disheveled and so on today as well. But it's really been an interesting week for me, an interesting week of reaffirmation of some of the things that I absolutely believe. And it was interesting timing, because in the week leading up to my daughter's birth, I ran one of my new employee induction workshops in Johannesburg. And part of that workshop is we always speak about the importance of aligning employees' core purpose, their view of the future, their goals, with those of the organization to the extent that it's possible. If you can align the core purpose of the employee with the core purpose of the organization, then theoretically you give them a better reason to sort of attach their emotional hooks to the fabric of the company, if you like, to say, look, this is actually somewhere that I can grow, something that would, a place where my own goals, my own dreams might get realized, or even if not in their entirety, it can help to move me towards them. And I think that's probably key to retention. That's key certainly to getting great results out of people while they're here, if they see that there's a great deal in it for them, not just for the organization. And like I say, it's interesting timing, because although I believe that, I've had a real sort of reaffirmation of my own core purpose this week. I can get very headstrong and very caught up in my own business, caught up in Happy Sandpit and all of the stuff that we do. You can see all the stuff laid out next to me now, all the sort of iceberg games ready to get cracking and all of those sorts of things. And I can get very, very caught up. In fact, I get into trouble for it, for being too focused on business and too focused on getting sort of the next result And in a way, it's not surprising. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. That's kind of what I do. But it's an interesting thing to realize, or to be reminded, that the reason you're doing it isn't just to play more iceberg or to grow the business or make more money or any of those sorts of things. There's an entirely different reason that I do all of this. There's an entirely different reason that I must make smart decisions, ones that aren't sort of wild gambles that I might make if I was a younger man and more sort of footloose and fancy-free, but I absolutely cannot do as a father of three. I've got little mouths to feed, and it's not just that so much. I need to be somebody's hero here. Over the course of the next 20 years, I get the opportunity to have people look up to me and kind of go, wow, my dad's a real rock star, my dad's really amazing. Or I can, have a bunch of people looking up to me and kind of going, well, we don't really get who this guy is. All he ever does is go to work and, yeah, we got food on the table, but what's that all about? And so I'm kind of reminded that focusing on family, being really, really focused on that and understanding, never forgetting the importance of those in my life, is the only reason that I'm here in the first place. The reason that I've worked so hard to build Happy Sandpit is for them, is for those three little girls, to build them a future, whether or not they end up running the business in the future. I don't care whether they do or they don't. Or whether it's just something that could help to provide an income for them, or whether it's just something that enables them to look at their dad and go, man, that guy actually did something worthwhile. There's a reason I'm doing this. And I'm aware of that at a deep level, but I sometimes forget it entirely superficially as I get caught up in the day-to-day of business. So it's been a great week, a great sort of reminder, a re-anchoring of my own core purpose, and I hope that you're able to do that at times along the way as well. It's one of the most amazing things to be able to get that stuff right again. I feel quite blessed to have had this week. I hope that next week and the weeks after are as good for you as they're likely to be for me. I hope you get more sleep than I'm likely to get, but well, we knew what we were in for anyway, right? You have an amazing week.